Hey guys, happy Friday, happy Veterans Day. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day. Wanted to hop on live today and walk you through kind of some of the mentality and give you some examples of how you can best work in your zone of genius and give you some information about what that looks like to really be working in your zone of genius and how you're still able to get everything else that's required in your business done. So let me just make sure that we look good here because I have us set up so that I can also use the flip chart to kind of map out some things for you. So I always love an opportunity to get into that fashion. So please say hello as you're hopping on or as you're watching the replay. Let me know where you're watching from. I always like to see where you guys are tuning in from. And just in case this is your first opportunity on one of my live streams, my name is Carrie Shepard. I'm coming to you today from Austin, Texas, and I'm a business and sales strategist for online entrepreneurs. And I'm really passionate about helping entrepreneurs create the systems, the structures, and the sales funnels in their business to fuel their life. And really, what it's all about is it's simplifying. You know, so many people want to make creating a business and bringing in sales and the way that you do things so super complicated. And what I see is that's where people start to get overwhelmed. And what overwhelm does is it shuts you down. You know, it has you stop doing everything and it doesn't allow you to move forward. And so I'm all about keeping it really simple. And sales funnels for me are what has really helped me fuel my business. It's helped me to create those systems, to put in place things that are always working for me. Because the reality of the matter is that you or someone or something needs to always be working in your business. And we know that the option is not for you to always be working. And so what are the things that we need to put in place? And so, you know, as one of my mentors always says, is that consistent marketing is where you're going to get consistent money. And so how does that look and how do you create that? So let's first dive into a little bit of the zone of genius. And so why that's important. And you know, if you're a coach or a consultant or a graphic designer or a photographer, whatever your skill set is, whatever that thing is that you are so good at, you are the best at it. That's what people come to you for. That's what you want to think about, right? So that is most likely your zone of genius. So let's just take the coaching industry and let's say you're a life coach, right? So you're really good at working with your clients and helping them discover what is holding them back in life and putting that plan together and walking them through that. And that's what you love to do. You know, if you could just be on the phone with your clients all day long, or you know, if you could, you know, if that's all you had to do in your business, let's just say, maybe you don't want to be working all day, but say that's all you had to do in your business. That is your zone of genius. And that is the goal, right? That's the goal, is that you would just be doing that. Now, that's not actually reality. I mean, we do have to do some things that we don't love to do, or that aren't in our zone of genius. But if we can really focus in on what is that one thing that we like doing, and, you know, definitely for me, it is coaching, it's consulting, it's working with my clients. And that involves, just like for you, that involves many different layers. And so for me, that is about building funnels and creating the strategy and really mapping out for my clients what it is that they need to do so that they're working in their zone of genius all the time. And so make a list of all the things that you're doing right now that aren't in your zone of genius. And then what you want to start to think about, are there ways that you can delegate? You know, are there ways that you can find somebody else to do those things for you? You know, hiring a virtual assistant, even finding somebody on, you know, something like Upwork or Fiverr, you know, maybe if it's like design work or something like that. Or are those tasks that you are doing right now that you can delete? That maybe you don't actually need to be doing. They don't actually need to be done in your business. And it could be busy work, or it could be work that maybe you could put on automate so that it's not something that you're having to do every day. And so those kind of things can be maybe like social media. You know, maybe you could invest in something like Meet Edgar or Buffer or Hootsuite so that, you know, you have that social media kind of going for you. Some of the other back end systems that I love to use, one in particular that you're going to hear me talk quite a bit about today, and if you stick around, you're going to hear me talk a lot about in general because it's really changed the way that I build my business, and that's ClickFunnels. And ClickFunnels is what I build all of my funnels in. It's a really amazing tool, and it can really help you simplify all the different things that you're using in your business. And so if you're using, some sort of automated webinar software, if you're using, like a landing page or capture page, something like Lead Pages or Unbounce, something like that, ClickFunnels can do that for you. ClickFunnels can also be your CRM. It can be where you hold all your email addresses and you send all your emails from, so you're not having to have all these different systems. And so if you do want to have a look at that, I did about a 45-minute behind the scenes look at my account, kind of walking you through all the different pieces of ClickFunnels, and you can find that. It's totally free, no opt-in. You can find that video at carrieshepherd.com/ClickFunnels with an S. So that's always a great resource to kind of check that out. So you figured out what your zone of genius is. You're spending your time in that zone. You've made a list of the things that you either can delegate or delete. There are things that you could stop doing, or maybe there are things that maybe they're like future things that you could be doing, because a lot of times we tend to gravitate to the things that are easy, right? But are they money-making activities in your business? Are they actually moving you forward? Are they putting a plan in place for you to have that long-term sustainable success? And that's what we're all after, right? We want to build a business that is going to be fueling our life, making a big difference, bringing in income, and allowing us that ability to do the things that we love to do. And that is including your zone of genius. And so that, again, is why I think funnels are so important in your business, and why I've spent so much time talking about them here on live stream with my clients. And now I've actually created a 30-day program where I'm going to be personally helping 15 entrepreneurs build out their funnel. And we're going to be focusing on building out a webinar funnel, which we can be doing live and or automated. Or if somebody wants to build out a 4-part video series funnel, that's another really powerful funnel. And those are probably my top 2 favorites. And so in this 30-day program that I'm now offering, it's the perfect combination of the strategy. So actually walking through what is the strategy, what is it that you want to teach on either the webinar or the video series, and actually creating that script, creating that PowerPoint, putting all the pieces together, actually helping you do that. Then it's about the implementation. How do we actually implement that? What are the pieces that we need to put together? We need to create the landing page. We need to create the thank you page. We need to create, where is that webinar going to live? And, all those different pieces of the funnel. And that, I think, is where a lot of people get kind of tripped up, right? They have this big idea. They know what it is that they want to teach, but then actually making it a reality, putting all those pieces in place, is where it gets a little tricky. And so that's why I'm combining the strategy with the implementation with the tech side. So in this 30-day program, what I'm going to be actually helping my clients with is the tech side. So I'm going to be helping you inside your ClickFunnels account. I'm actually gifting anybody that joins this program 3 done-for-you funnels. So I'm actually going to drop in 3 funnels that I've created into your account. And then basically all we have to do is go in there and change the branding and the copy and, make a couple tweaks. And that's why we're going to be able to do this within 30 days. And then lastly, we're going to really start to talk about and start driving traffic to this funnel. So when you think about that, what I want to do is I want to kind of just map out for you what that funnel would look like, because a lot of times I think it's one thing to kind of hear it, and have somebody kind of tell you what that would look like, but actually to see it is a whole different thing. And so, if you think about it this way, I'm assuming, like a funnel, right? And this is what we want to map out. So we're going to have this funnel really simply here. And again, I like to keep things really simple, and just know that within each step, there's going to be kind of mini steps. But what I want to do is just kind of give you that overall, kind of idea of what the funnel looks like. And again, if you're jumping on, I would love for you to say hello. Feel free to give me a shout out and let me know where you're watching from. So number one, and this is kind of, if you think about in the funnel, we're driving a bunch of leads and people into your funnel. So we've got the first step of the funnel, and that has to be your traffic. And that's almost even like a pre-step. But this traffic, if you want to think about it, can be either organic or paid, right? And I really think the combination of both is where that kind of sweet spot is. And so, a lot of people talk about Facebook ads, and Facebook ads to me are super powerful, and that's what I help my clients utilize. But you also want to think about how can you organically be driving people into your funnel. And so again, that is going to consist of your specific strategy, what works best for you. Because what works best for me is not necessarily what's going to work best for you. And so that's what we want to kind of take a look at. What are the other places that you can really be showing up in a big way? And it's not about showing up in 52 different ways, because I think, again, that's where people start to get overwhelmed, stressed out, burnt out, is when they start to think about doing, every single thing, right? Podcasts and interviews and live video and writing a book and doing a video series and doing webinars and posting in Facebook groups and getting on Instagram, and the list goes on and on. So traffic is going to be really, really important, and your specific ideal traffic is what we want to focus on. And then next, what you're doing is you're driving that traffic to what we call a capture page. I don't even know, can y'all see that? Let me know if you can even, I think you can see that. It's probably a little small. Maybe I could scooch this up a little bit. Okay. So we've got a capture page, and realistically your capture page is what is going to be what is also called a landing page or a squeeze page. People have all sorts of different names for this, but this is basically going to be that, that free gift that you're offering, right? And like I said, my two favorite free gifts are a webinar or a 3 or 4 part video series. And the reason that I like these two the best is because they give the highest amount of value. And I did a webinar yesterday, actually, and I kind of shared behind the scenes and kind of walked everybody through 3 or 4 examples of different webinars that I have. And I do also have 3 or 4 different free gifts that I offer. And I also do have some free PDFs and checklists, and those are really good too. And those are really good for kind of creating the upsell. So when you have a funnel of like a one-time offer of maybe like a little mini course or something like that, those are really great for that. But I find that most people are not focusing on these higher end free offers. And what I love about these best is that it gives a high amount of value, and it really builds that know, like, and trust factor with your ideal client, right? You're going to get to know somebody a lot better if you spend 45 minutes with them, or if you watch, say, like 5 to 10 minute videos. You're going to know them, and typically they're going to be teaching at a high level. And so that's why I like that best, because I see that the conversion rate of somebody that's actually going to spend the time and watch your webinar or watch your videos is a lot higher. And, again, on these webinars or video series, you can do 2 things. So some people are going to sell their actual product or program straight from that webinar or that training series. And then some people are going to do where they're going to offer more of like a strategy session or discovery call on that. And that's typically going to be for like more of the high level offers, things that you're doing one-on-one, where you want to have that conversation with somebody. You want to make sure that they're a good fit to work with you, that you want to work with them, et cetera, et cetera. So that's where we start to kind of build that strategy within each of these pieces. And that's what I was saying, is that I'm going to show you this really simple funnel, but know that there's steps within each one, and it really needs to be unique to you and your business and how you want to create your business. So once you have that, then the next step, which I don't know, I think this is where a lot of people lose a lot of their sales, and that's a follow-up series. And so this is, basically, if you think about this as your emails that you're going to send. So what are the emails that you're going to send after somebody, you've driven traffic to your capture page, they've given you their name and email address, hopefully they consumed whatever it is that you're offering, and they didn't buy, right? Or they didn't take you up on your offer. They didn't book that strategy session, which probably, you get about 20% of your sales or your action takers on the actual webinar, video series, that first initial kind of batch, if you will. But if you don't have a really amazing follow-up series, you're leaving 80% on the table. That's a huge percentage. And I don't think that people actually put enough thought into their follow-up series. And here's the other thing. I think that people also don't do enough follow-up, right? So they may send a replay, or they may, do a follow-up email and say, oh, how did you like the video series? And don't forget to claim your spot in my program or to book your strategy session. But it needs that follow-up. It needs more than just one or two emails. And it needs to be done in a way that's going to be really powerful and effective. And, through those emails and through your offer, or through your capture page, you're going to be making your offer, which is going to lead to your sales. And so these two parts, this is the money. Should have brought out my green marker, right? This is the money, but it takes all these other pieces to get to that. And that's why I think the funnel diagram is so interesting, because you're going to start with more people up top. And then as the funnel goes down, it's obviously going to be less and less people. But what's great about that is you're able to actually qualify the right people to get into your funnel. So what this could look like is you could start with, say, some Facebook ads, and maybe for you're going to do live video. So that's, that's always a good thing. I love live video, as you can see. And then that is going to be, so this is going to be your traffic, right? So this is going to be step one of the funnel. And then you're going to drive your people to a capture page for a webinar, right? So maybe yours is how to lose weight by Christmas without sacrifice. I just made that up. Sounds great. If anyone's doing that, let me know, because that sounds amazing. So that's the other thing, is having a really good title, having a really, effective title that is speaking to both your ideal client's pleasure and pain. And so this is speaking to somebody that really wants to lose weight. They've got a time frame in it. They want to do it by Christmas, and they want to do it without sacrifice. Or you could say dieting, or without eating, I don't know, eating salads all day long, or something like that. You want to make it really specific to your dream client. What's going to really pop for them? What's going to stand out that they're going to want to, watch? And so then, they watch the webinar. Then you're going to create again that really amazing email sequence. So you're going to have that email series. And then that is then where you're continuing to make that offer. If they didn't buy, if they buy on this webinar, then they're going to go into a different kind of funnel down here. If they didn't buy on the webinar, then they stay in this funnel where they're going to get the offer through these email series or sequences until they buy. And so that's the thing too, is if during maybe email number 2 or email number 3, they buy, then you pull them out of this funnel and you put them in a different funnel. Because you don't want to keep talking to somebody that's purchased, right? You don't want to keep saying to somebody, buy my thing, book my call, or whatever, when they've already done that. And so that's the thing that's really, kind of gets to that next level of really being aware of your community or your tribe's activity. You want to make sure that they feel like they're a person, because they are. And I think that's one of the things that I've seen too, even on being on email lists, is like, I'll buy a product or I'll be in a program and I'm still getting emails to, buy it. And I'm like, I already bought your thing. Like, I'm there. And so that's where you really want to kind of look at the different structure of the funnel and what makes most sense, again, to your business. And that's really where the strategy and, you know, the specific planning is so important. And so, you know, you could look at this and be like, well, this is really simple, Carrie. Like, I can put a capture page together, I can create a webinar, I'll drive traffic to it, make my offer. Thanks very much. See you later. It's not that simple. It is simple, but you've got to do it in the right way, right? So even on the webinar, there's different specific pieces in your webinar that you have to have in place, or what's going to happen is nobody's going to watch it till the end. Nobody's going to convert, and you're going to be wasting a whole lot of time and money. And so that's why I want to help. Again, I want to help 15 people create a really dynamic, successful sales funnel within the next 30 days. I'm going to help create the strategy with you. I'm going to help, you know, create the actual implementation of it. So we're going to go in there. We're going to actually create the webinar together. We're going to create the slides. We're going to go through, you know, how to deliver it. We're going to create the capture page. We're going to go in ClickFunnels. We're going to build out that funnel. We're going to look at the different follow-up emails. We're going to look at how you make that offer. And we're going to look at how are you going to drive traffic to that with a combination of both paid and organic traffic, because that's the key there, is you want to be doing both of those things. You know, if you're doing paid traffic, that's great, but you still want to be, you know, sharing that message in another fashion. And we want to, again, decide what form is going to make most sense to you. So, you know, I hope that this has helped you to even look at, you know, if you do have something in place, where is the step that you're kind of missing? You know, is it this, you know, having a really amazing free offer that's driving people to take action? You know, is this the place that we really need to work on? Or is it the traffic that we need to really work on? Is it your sales process, which includes those follow-up emails? You know, what is the place that you're missing right now? And, you know, if you want different results in your business, if you want to be doing things differently, it's going to take you doing things differently. And so if you are wanting help and you're not wanting to wait till January, you know, you're wanting something to really take off by the end of the year, and you want to have that system in place for next year so that you can actually meet and exceed your goals, and do it from a place with less hustle. You know, do it from a place where you're able to actually enjoy your life. You're able to actually be in your zone of genius, doing that thing that only you can do. And that's where you're going to make the biggest impact and be able to reach the most amount of people. Then I would love to partner with you and build your funnel with you in 30 days. And so if that is something that you're interested in, I don't even have a big fancy web page for this, because again, I am limiting this, and I don't know if it's something that I'll do again. We'll just wait and see. And again, wait and see what my plan looks like for next year. I know it's going to be really fun, because this is some of the work that I do with my private clients, and you know, they've seen amazing results. I also run a very high level mastermind that we actually spend 8 weeks going through how to do this. And so, you know, even just, you know, kind of compressing the timeline on what that's going to look like is what this program's all about. And again, if you're one of the first 10 to, you know, raise your hand and say yes to this offer, you'll actually get a really, really amazing bonus, which, let me give you the site in case you already know that you want to claim your spot for this. So it's simply Carrie Shepherd, and it's sheppard.com/order. So it's really easy. So if you want to go there right now, you can go ahead and claim your spot. Myself or my team will send you an email with all the details on your next steps, and we can actually get started as soon as next week on our first session. But like I said, if you're one of the first 10, you're actually going to get a really amazing bonus that's actually worth more than what I'm charging for the entire program. So, and what that is 30 days of Voxer access to me. And if you're not familiar with Voxer, it's a... All right, we got interrupted by a phone call. Sorry about that. I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode. So what I was saying, and I don't know where it cut me off. So if you're one of the first 10 to raise your hand, and a couple of those spots have already been filled, but there are some left, you'll actually get 30 days of Voxer access to me. And what Voxer is a walkie-talkie app that actually gives you the ability to connect with me on a daily basis, to ask questions, ask for my feedback. And I'm only, again, offering this to the first 10. And this bonus alone, which there's a couple other bonuses, if you go to this website here, carrieshepard.com/order, you'll actually see all of them there. But this bonus alone, the Voxer Access to Me, is worth more than the entire investment that I'm releasing this program at. So you definitely want to be one of the first 10. And just really remember that you need to be operating from your zone of genius. Your zone of genius is why you started this business. And I'm going to tell you, you need to create a system that's going to allow you to spend more time in that. And, I know for most creative, passionate entrepreneurs, thinking about creating a sales funnel is not your zone of genius. It's not what you love to do. And it might even feel kind of daunting. You might even feel like, okay, that's something I'm going to put on my list for next year. Okay, maybe Carrie, I'll work with you in 2017. But right now I want to just keep doing what I'm doing, the things that I love to do. And the problem with that is it's always going to be put on the bottom of the to-do list, the bottom of the priority list. And I want to challenge you right now that if that's the case for you, put it at the top and see what happens if you just dedicate 30 days, just 30 days to working with me and creating this sales funnel, how powerful that can be in your business and what a big change it can make. If you really want to impact more lives, which I know you do, if you're on this, if you're on this live stream, I know you're a mission-driven entrepreneur. And if you want to affect more people's lives with your message and your mission and the work that you do, you've got to get it out there to more people. And there's only so much time in the day and there's only so much of you that can go in your business. So let me help you. Invest in yourself, invest in your business, take this seriously. Let's get it started before the end of the year so that you can kickstart 2017 with a powerful system in place, feeling really, really confident about what you have going on in your business. And you can create those goals from that space and place. Think about how confidently you'll be able to really map out 2017 when you know that you have that in place and you've got a structure and you've got that, created from a place of something that works, somebody that knows what they're doing. And I'm going to help you put all those pieces together. And really it's like one of the top level programs that you can be in, because I'm really, really going to hold your hand. So take a screenshot of that, head over to carrieshepard.com/order, and you can lock in your space in 30 days to build your funnel. You can grab the big bonus that I'm offering right now, the limited bonus of the Voxer Access to Me with all the other bonuses. And we will, like I said, we can kickstart this next week and get to work. So I hope y'all have an amazing day. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And as always, reach out to me if you need to talk about this further, but I feel like it's really a no-brainer with everything that I've put in the program, with all the support that I'm offering, with the back-end support, the tech support. I really haven't left anything out. I'm also giving you a 3-part training on Facebook ads. You're getting my sales funnel mini course. You're getting 4 sessions with me, including a jumpstart 90-minute session. So I don't know. I'm really excited about this, and I'm really excited about the 15 entrepreneurs that raised their hand for support and are going to start 2017 with a fully built out funnel. So again, leave me a comment. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.